Hi, everybody, and welcome. My name is Melissa, and my goal for this year is to share 365 different frugal living tips. So, today's tip is to turn down your thermostat. Now, we have all heard that this is beneficial, and I definitely practice what I preach. Well, so I'm actually filming in December, and we're expecting like some sort of Arctic freeze thing in a day or two. And so I actually have my heat at 65 degrees, mainly because I don't want my pipes to freeze. So I am keeping it higher than usual. I normally keep my heat between 58 degrees and 63 degrees Fahrenheit during the winter. I've never had a problem. I mean, right now I have a big, cozy, warm sweater on that goes down to my knees and fleece pajama pants, and I'm really comfortable. I mean, honestly, it's 65 in here. So right now I'm actually very, very toasty, but I can do this at 58 degrees and be fine. So I definitely practice what I preach here. They say, so there's something called thermal mass or heat loss, and basically I was looking it up, and on energy.com it explained that it's the less heat is lost at a similar temperature. So if it's 32 degrees outside and you keep your house at 70 degrees, then more heat is going to be lost. There's going to be more heat transfer. But if you keep your house at 60 degrees, then there's less heat transfer, and therefore your heater will turn on less, your furnace will turn on less, and then you will end up saving money. And a lot of people say get a programmable thermostat. When I did have a programmable thermostat, I kept my house at 55 degrees overnight. So from 9 o'clock on, I kept it at 55 degrees because it would automatically shut off then, but I would still have that time before bed, and then it would turn back on and the heat would go up to 62 degrees in the morning, or maybe 64 degrees in the morning, about a half hour before I woke up to shower and get ready. And then when I was at work or school, it would again go down to 55 degrees and save money. And I mean, granted, this was like 2012, 2013, but I was paying less than $50 a month for my gas bill, even in the winter. And I had a 1,500-ish square foot house, tri-level, so that was really nice. And I had a gas stove, so it wasn't like it was only that. And then now I have propane. I don't have programmable, and my kid does school from home, so there's almost always somebody here. So we don't really turn it down unless we're going to be out of town or gone for an extended period of time, both of us, because normally there's somebody in the house, so we want to keep it comfortable. But here we keep it at 58 to 63 degrees typically, except for when it's really cold. We keep it at 65 just because I don't want to have plumbing challenges. So a lot of people, according to energy.gov, a common misconception, they said, quote, a common misconception associated with thermostats is that the furnace works harder than normal to warm the space back up to a comfortable temperature. After that thermostat has been set back, resulting in little or no savings. In fact, as your house drops below its normal temperature, it will lose energy to the surrounding environment more slowly. And then you can save as much as 10% a year on your heating and cooling bill by simply turning your thermostat back 7 to 10 degrees for 8 hours a day. 8 hours a day while you're at work, 8 hours a day while you're sleeping, whatever you choose. And then I'm I'm trying to remember the name of the website. In Michigan, a study was done. Let me see if I can find it here. Sorry. Nope, that's the wrong one. EnergyHub.com did a study in Michigan, and they kept the heat at 70 degrees for 6 hours when, like, right in the morning when they woke up, and then when they were home for work. And then at 62 degrees at night when they slept, and and during the day while they were at work. And it had an effective temperature of 64 degrees. And they found that you save 5% a month in Michigan. And in fact, for every degree down, most houses in Michigan that were measured were saving $10 a month. So 5 degrees is $50. Put on a sweater, bring a blanket. It's worth it. Another thing is that it's better for your health. If you keep your house too hot, like there's more germs or whatever. Since I started keeping my house cooler in the winter, I do get sick less. The exception was long COVID. I do have an autoimmune disorder. I mean, so it's really easy for me to get sick. But if I can stay away from the germs and keep my house cooler, it definitely helps. So that helps me to stay healthier. And in general, like I feel better. I don't feel as congested. I'm not as dry. So I definitely recommend keeping your house cooler, especially at night. And honestly, I don't see any reason why you'd really need to keep it at 70 degrees. Put on a sweater, put on warm socks. You can invest in warm socks for the family, invest in some blankets. You can, I mean, at Walmart, you can typically get like a fleece blanket for a couple of bucks, but you can get like the nice fuzzy ones for like $5-10 this time of year. For throws, put extra blankets on your bed. Use heating pads. I have microwavable heating pads that I make, and it helps keep my bed all toasty warm when I get in. So turn your thermostat down. If you can't do it right away, kind of try gradually. You could save lots of money, and you could immediately start putting that money to better use, whether you're putting in a savings account, paying off credit card bills, paying off your car early, your mortgage early, student loans, whatever it is. You can save that money and start putting it towards something else. So today's first tip on being frugal: turn down the thermostat. See how low you can go. Like I said, I'm very comfortable doing 58 to 63 degrees most days. And the only reason it's at 65 now is because we are about to have like some polar vortex freeze thing or something. And I don't want my pipes broken, because that would create issues and be a bigger expense than I would save. So turn down your thermostat. I will see if I can put links in the description to the articles I got my information from. If you have a programmable thermostat, use it. If you don't, you can, even if you just do it on days you remember to turn the thermostat down before you leave for work, turn it down before you go to bed. Get used to a lower temperature. So you keep it at 72 all the time. Turn it down to 71 this week. Next week, turn it down to 70. The week after, 69, 68, so on and so forth, until you get used to it. And I mean, the exception is if you have an infant or a child under, I think it's 2, talk to your pediatrician, because there are minimum and maximum temperatures that they need to be kept at for their safety and health. So young children, check with your pediatrician before you do it. But everybody else, I mean, give it a try and see how low you can go. I am very comfortable at 58 degrees with a sweater and a blanket, and curl up in bed and read a book, curl up on my chair and watch YouTube. So try turning down, see how much money you can save, and I definitely recommend it. And really, it's not bad. It's not so terrible being a little chilly, and you kind of like sweaters, and it's nice. So turn it down. Please hit like and subscribe if you want to hear more tips. My plan is right now I have pages and pages. 365 tips for the year is my goal, and I currently keep my bills average approximately $1,300 a month for my living expenses. That's my mortgage, my car payment, grocery bill, utilities, stuff like that. But my goal is to share with you different ways that I have managed to keep my bills lower so that you too can hopefully lower your expenses, save some money so that you can get out of debt this year, you can establish a savings, pay off your student loans, pay off your car, whatever it takes so that you can live the life you always imagined. So please hit like and subscribe for more tips. Thank you so much and have a great night.